Hello, my metaphysical friends. So I thought we would make some holy anointing oil together. So I just got home from gathering up some ingredients. First thing I'm going to need to use is this cute little jar. Got to have a wide mouth jar because it's going to have to hold an amethyst. So a nice wide mouth jar. I still have to wash the jar, dry it, sage it, sweetgrass it. I know that seems like a lot of prep, but it's going to be holding an anointing oil for my candles. So if I'm going to anoint my candles with the holy oil, then why not prep the jar too, right? So let me go do that, and then we'll be back. Don't you love that sound? All right, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Washed and dried. Now, it's time to sage it. It's a little hard to get the sage wand lit. Smell. Doesn't that smell great? Sacred sage. This will release all negative energy from the jar. Now to replace it, some sweetgrass. And this opens the way for my positive energy. Great. Now that that's been done, now we can add our oil. This calls for sunflower oil. You're going to want 2 ounces. I just use this little shot glass. Right here would be what you'd call a pony, or 1 ounce. Right about here would be a jigger, or 1.5 ounces. And just under the rim is a full shot, or 2 ounces. So for this one, we're going to do 2 ounces of sunflower. Should just about do it. And add that to our jar. Great. Now we want 1 ounce of olive oil. You want a light olive oil, extra virgin. It doesn't make that much difference, but this is a holy oil, so I like to be precise. So 1 ounce. It gives it a beautiful amber color. Mix the 2 oils there. It's beautiful. It's mesmerizing. I also want to mention that when you're mixing your oils, you sort of want to set the vibrational tone within your house. If you're in a rush, you're trying to get lunch made, or you're trying to get out the door, or there's a lot of chaos going on, or doors banging, might not be the best time. So my house is a little chaotic right now because of a redecorate. It's going on in the kitchen. So I came home, I de-stressed, I had some jasmine tea. I put some Lang Lang oil in my diffuser. So as soon as I felt like the time was right and the quietness over the house felt the right vibration that I wanted, I felt like I could sit down and actually make this oil. So now it calls for vervatur, however you say that, vitiver, V-I-T-I-V-E-R, but I couldn't find any. So I'm going to use the next best thing. It's a mixture of frankincense and myrrh. So the gods and goddesses really appreciate those scents. So 2 drops of that. Well, I could see it in there. Very nice. Perfect. It smells so good. Okay. Now, calls for a cinnamon chip. It smells so good. Don't you just love mixing up your oils? That's the best part of being a witch. So, cinnamon into our jar. Right in there. Okay, and finally, this one calls for an amethyst stone to be added. Now, I just went out and got this amethyst, and I was looking all over the shop, and they had some really cute ones that would like stand up on their end, and they were around the $10 range, and I handled several, and I just wasn't feeling the love. So then I grabbed a little tumble amethyst, and I think that little guy was like $1 or something, and he was teeny, about half a grape size. And I carried that around for a while and just wasn't feeling it. And then I saw this little guy, and he was $9. But look, he's attached to a chain. So I felt so bad for him. I wanted to bring him home and release him from the chain. I mean, he's beautiful, isn't he? Now today, I didn't find, this is a very hard stone amethyst. It's very resistant to scratches. So it could hold up to a pretty, what I want to call a fast cleansing. I really love the energy of the shop where I got these stones today. But I don't know what energies maybe were negative along the way. So I do want to come home and clear it by putting it into salt. But I put the salt dish on my oven, and my oven was on, and it warmed the salt. It still feels just slightly warm. So amazing. And I put him in there for about an hour, and now I feel like he's fully cleansed and those beautiful energies. Plus it was warmed for a while. It just feels so good. But I want to release him. Thought I brought a little tool in here somewhere. I want to release him from this chain. I just feel like he's so bound. Let me see how easy this is. Uh-oh, it's not going to be as easy as I thought. Okay, let me work at this a second. I could see I need to do this little tiny guy right here. Let me work at this and I'll be right back. Okay, it was just a matter of tugging that little wire loose. He's free. I just felt this sense of release for the poor little guy. He wasn't happy attached to that chain at all. And he's so beautiful, isn't he? So gorgeous, so protective. He's like the sleeping lion. He's calm. He's like the bear that you don't want to poke with a stick. Very protective, very purifying. Will help you sleep at night. I just can't imagine anything more beautiful with beautiful purple hue to add to holy oil. So he's going to go in there. And A little of my own essence. And there you have it. It's the perfect oil for anointing your candles. And it's just going to look beautiful. I'm going to decorate up here with some charms, a charm that I've picked out. And then of course I'll make a label and put a label on there. And then it'll be all done. And I have some more holy oil for anointing my candles. Okay guys, thanks for watching.